YouTube, it's your guy, not your average trucker, coming to you on a Tuesday, October the 15th. Y'all know I suck at dates, man. I just wanted to talk for a moment about just knowing your value, man. I've said this several times in previous videos, but I had a situation today where I have 3 loads that I'm posting, as a brokerage, right? So I had 3 loads pick up out of Concord, North Carolina that are going down to Duncan, South Carolina. We talking about 106 loaded miles, right? I had a customer send them over to me, and I didn't have any trucks that could actually get to it in time today because they needed to pick and run straight through. And all my guys is already booked up. So around 7 a.m. or so, I go ahead and post them to the DAT. Not even 15 minutes later, my phone's ringing, right? So mind you, the load is about 106 miles. I'm getting $600 for it, right? Pretty good load. Pick, deliver direct. Both spots are, pretty quick. So it's a situation where you could pick this load up from me, deliver it, and probably pick up something else in that area. And, you had a pretty nice day, right? So anyway, my phone rings. Hello, thanks for calling such and such. This is me. What's happening, right? The guy on the other end, first guy on the other end. Yeah, I was calling about the Concord, North Carolina, the Duncan, South Carolina. Is that still available? Yes, sir, it is. I could do it for $300. In my mind, I'm like, all right, what's your MC? Let me look you up, right? So in my mind, I'm like, wow, like this guy didn't barter or anything. He's just like, hey, is this load available? I could do it for this price, right? Mind you, I already said I'm billing my customer $600 for it. So in my mind, I was willing to let that thing go for like $550. I'm cool with making $50 on it. I got 3 of them, so that would have been $150 I made doing absolutely nothing, right? So this guy immediately wants to do it for $300 and didn't ask me. See, the first thing I do, that's what I'm gonna tell y'all. First thing I do when I'm calling as a carrier, dealing with a broker, I see a posted load I'm interested in. I call. They answer the phone. Yes, I'm calling about this load going from A to B. Is it still available? They will say yes, right? And then they will get to telling me about the load. And in the midst of doing that, I ask them what the rate is, right? They tell me the rate, and we go from there. Mind you, before I call on a load, I already know what I want for it, right? So I think about the amount of deadhead my truck's going to have to do to get to it. I think about the amount of loaded miles. I divide that by, my miles per gallon. Multiply that by how much, fuel costs in that area. Then I add how much I'm going to pay the driver. And boom, I got a profit that I want and a rate that I want to negotiate when I call. I already know this. You understand? I'm not freestyling, see a load call, and I'm just winging it. Before I call, I know what I need out of it, and the minimum amount, the minimum amount I want off of the load, and the median amount is what I'm cool with, right? But I find that when I post loads, that I run into these goofy guys that are winging it, or they just don't know no freaking better. I told y'all before in another video, man, 100 miles on some local stuff, that's $500. Why are you wasting your time moving your truck for $300 damn dollars or $400 damn dollars? You're not making no money off that. So, needless to say, weirdos out here. I ended up giving this guy the load, $300. I book it with this guy. I got 2 more left. Mind you, I'm making $600 off of the freaking load myself. I am willing to pay you between $500 and $550 off this load because I'm not out here trying to profit $300. I'm not, you understand? So next phone rings again. It's a female this time. I'm calling about this load. Is it still available? Yes, ma'am. I get to telling her about the load. She's asking, does it have to go direct or can it deliver the next day? I'm like, nah, ma'am, it has to, they want it picked up and delivered today, but the shipper is first come, first serve. They open now. They're open from 7 to 4. Receivers open from 8 to 5, right? So it's like, okay. Are you okay with 325? And I'm listening to her. I'm like, what's your MC? Let me run your MC, right? Just playing along with her. I was like, yeah, I can make 325 work. So here it is. I booked 2, right? I'm getting paid $1,200, and I've already booked 2 for a total of $625. So here I am. I've already profited, $575 damn dollars for no freaking reason, right? So, third phone rings again for the third person. Lowe's still available. Yeah, I've already covered 2. I got 1 left. This is the information. What can you do? So the guy's like, I have a guy empty right now. It's like, okay, sir, as long as it, picks up by this time and delivers by this time, the rest is fine. Okay. I'm thinking maybe 475. That's what the guy says to me. Again, I told y'all how I do it. When I call on a load, even if sometimes you have a broker that says, that gives you all the information, and then they will say to you, what can you do it for? What I do is just repeat what they said to me. I'll be like, oh, so you said it picks up between 8 and 3 and it has to deliver by this time? Broker will be like, yeah. Oh, you said it weighs about this? Yeah. Oh, what did you say that rate was? That's what I say to the broker. It's never going to be a time where I underbid myself. You understand? Even if they ask me what my offer is, I try to get out of them what I think that, what their rate is. Versus me calling like these first 2 goofballs, just calling and just throwing a number out here when you never know. I have videos before. I've come across loads that I've done that were 30 miles, loads that were 10 miles that paid $500-$600. So last thing I do is assume that just because it's low miles that the load is cheap. Because I tell y'all all the time, I get people mad at me saying I'm giving out too much game, this, that, and the third. But the local game pays well. You understand? It's y'all goofy people out here that don't know the market, that think that $2 a mile is cool, that's out here tripping on yourself. You understand? Like, I wouldn't have as many guys running local for me if I was just making $300 off a load. Because how the hell I'm going to pay a driver, pay for fuel, and profit money? You understand? Doing some $300 crap, No disrespect to people that's cool with $300 in their life, but I'm not. You understand? So, needless to say, I had 3 loads that were paying me as a broker $600 a piece. So we talking $1,800. I ended up giving out 1 for $300, 1 for $325, 1 for $475. Just do the math. All because these people don't know how to negotiate. If you're going to be out here running with your own authority, you're going to be out here trying to book your own freight, you got to know how to negotiate. Period. Sometimes I throw a wild number out there just to get the broker to counter or whoever to counter so that we can freaking negotiate. Because at the end of the day, it's about working smarter, not harder. A lot of you guys out here don't have that concept. A lot of you guys out here, I don't know where this $2 number come from. You understand? Because I remember when I first started, this 2007, man. It's 2019 now, so we talking 12 years ago. You would read on trucker forums and all that, yo, man, you want $2 a mile. And I used to be like, why? You understand? It's one thing if you're doing 700 miles, $2 a mile, might be cool. But you on this local stuff, doing 100 damn miles, and you cool with $200 and $300 a mile, like $300 on a 100-mile run? Come on, yo. Like, seriously. Because what if it takes the shipper 2 hours to load you, the receiver 2 hours to unload you? It's going to take you, you might get caught in traffic, 2 hours to freaking, drive to the destination. So you done lost at least 6 hours for $300? Come on, man. And then you spending, $60 on fuel? So you at $240 for 6 hours of your time. That's $40 damn dollars an hour. And you cool with that as an owner? Nah, B. But it's your guy trucker, not your average. Stop underbidding yourself, man. When y'all calling these brokers, told y'all I'm a broker also, so I can give you game. You calling these freaking brokers, learn how to negotiate. Learn how to negotiate. Because at the end of the day, they need you more than you need them. And all they can say is no. You call me on this 106-mile load that I'm getting $600 for, and and you telling me your rate is $2 million. All I can say is no. Might hang up on your ass, but what does it hurt versus you calling and you giving me a number I'm gonna take because it's low? Yeah, man, I could do it for $300. Alright. And if you ever offer a broker a rate and he say cool with the quickness, you just played yourself. Trucker Not Your Average Gmail, Trucker Not Your Average Instagram. Y'all be safe out there and stop being stupid.